Hey guys, Josh here at Havelock Wool. We're going to do a quick little walkthrough on number one, how to measure your van for insulation. We're going to measure length times width to get a square footage of all the spaces you want to insulate. We're also going to measure each depth of cavity, 2 inches, 4 inches, 5.5 inches, and then we're going to show you a quick little synopsis of how to insulate in 3 quick little easy steps. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so we get this question a lot. How much insulation, a Havelock Wool, do we need for our van? The answer is we don't know exactly because every van of the same model is done very differently. But don't worry, measuring's easy. So first we're going to measure the length of the van, or in this case the wall we're trying to insulate. I've got a length measurement, then we're going to go for a height measurement from the floor to the ceiling. And then take note of that. There are 2 sides, a floor, a ceiling. Add those all up to get a total square footage. We also want to take note of this, the depth of cavity. So how deep is each cavity? Average amount, get an approximate. Havelock Wool recommends insulating to full cavity depth. So we want to fill all these cavities up to get extra R value and extra sound attenuation. Talk to you soon. All right, so we're gonna insulate this van. There's 3 basic steps to insulate. First, we're gonna tear the bats into little puffs and we're gonna stuff all the nooks and crannies. We're not gonna stuff it too hard. We're gonna show you what the right density is. The second step is gonna be we're gonna cut out some shapes that tuck behind the flanges of the van. And the third and final is we're gonna blanket or canvas or wrap the entire van in all the big spaces with big pieces of wool. So stay tuned. Here's the first step. Grab a bat, get to know your wool. We're gonna shred this into puffs. No right or wrong here, just shred a whole bunch, okay? Once you got a big pile going, we're gonna use this to stuff all the nooks and crannies. So this little pile of wool is gonna go into these holes. Now we get this question a lot. What's the right density? The right density is make a snowball, release your hands. That's the density it wants to be at. Not very scientific, not exact, but it should serve as a good guideline to understand. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just start stuffing this into all the nooks and crannies. Perhaps time consuming, but you will notice a huge difference in sound attenuation. So we get all this over here. Nooks and crannies done. There's still a bunch we can do in the ceiling. All these little holes we're gonna fill up with little puffs of wool. So here's the second step of insulating with Havelock Wool. The first, we stuffed all the nooks and crannies. Now we're gonna tuck the wool behind the flanges. So basically, we've cut this out already with scissors, and this is what I would call a flange. And we're gonna use that flange to our advantage by having it hold the wool in place for us. So simply tuck it in there, get it to cover complete at the top, at the sides, at the bottom, and we're going to do all these flanges as our second step. All right, so here's our third and final step. What we're going to do is we're going to blanket or wrap or canvas all these bigger areas with big full bats of wool. Now in this particular case, these cavities are changing, and we want to make sure that we're getting the full depth of cavity insulated. So if it's 3.5, the beautiful thing about Havelock Wool with no glue is you can literally peel the bat into the right thickness and you would layer it together. So string or tape or glue are all temporary measures to get your wool to sit until your finished wall or finished ceiling is in place. So a good suggestion may be to not start insulating this third and final step until your plan for the finished wall. You have the materials, you've got the template, it's sanded, it's cut. That process for me takes a couple times to put it in and out to get it to look nice. So then basically you put the tape on or string or glue and you sneak the wool behind it. And then something to be aware of is that a lot of people choose to fur the wall out, furring strips. The furring strips are going to add to your depth of cavity, which would increase your need for more Havelock Wool, which will increase your R value and your sound attenuation. All good things, but pay attention to how deep that cavity is.